Hey folks, I'm Sylvain Glory, and welcome to part 21 of my adventure in Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. So we have just fought a battle in Daeran Arendae's party house, and as you can see, a number of the party goers decided it would be a good idea to run past the demons, and were absolutely slaughtered. So, we now have to talk to some people. Aranka, that's a known name. Let's talk to Aranka. I think she's somebody that we are looking for. There's somebody else. Thank you, stranger, for saving us from the demons and for your timely entrance. I swear I don't know who has enraged me more today, the demons or the oh-so-affable master of this house. I'm a friend of Ilkes. He asked me to find you and protect you. Ilkes is alive, and he's made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it had to happen now, when the city is under siege by the demons, and those pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us instead of doing something useful. Do you know where the third member of your group is? Wallflower? No idea. If he knows about the demon attack, he won't just hide away. He'll go out and try to help people. If he doesn't know, well, you have no chance of finding him. He's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. He'll probably do something the Inquisitors won't expect. Pose as someone. Disguise himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes in the temple. I know. I'll tie my shawl around your arm. Wallflower gave it to me. He'll spot it right away and know you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him in Canabris's Market Square. And how did you end up in here? Hulrun's hound found me and Wallflower, and they tried to capture us. I distracted them, then I lost them in the streets before charming my way into this party. Even if the Inquisitors saw where I went, they wouldn't have been allowed past the door. Hulrun holds no sway among certain members of the aristocracy, so I picked a good place to lie low. That is, until the demons showed up. Now that's more like it. So I have inadvertently been harbouring a traitor wanted by the Canabris Inquisition? This day wasn't such a waste after all. What can you tell me about this guy? About the Count? I've wanted to smash a jug over his head about 5 times today already. He just brings that feeling out in people. It's one of his many talents. Other than that, well, you've probably already heard about the Arendae family. All I can say is that the Count's servants flee this place like rats from a sinking ship. No one ever stays here long, even though he pays them extravagantly. I even heard one servant complain that he always feels uneasy in the Count's home, like someone's watching him. Unseen eyes staring at the back of his head, even if his back is to the wall, even if he turns around. I don't know if I believe all these tales, but I'm just telling you what I've heard. Are you deliberately talking as if I'm not here? Excellent! Like any polite host, I shall return the favour and act as if you're not here either. Why did you decide to break into the Wardstone and cast magic on it? You put both your lives at risk, and your information could have been a trap set by the demons. But it wasn't a demon trap. You know, living next to the Whirlwind and seeing the powerlessness of the Crusaders, it's very hard. We've been trying to defeat the demons for 100 years now, and we have nothing to show for it. I think that Queen Galfrey and the other leaders think that we can defeat evil if we line up our soldiers in perfect columns and send them marching off with a stirring battle cry. We just need a few more soldiers, a little more discipline, but we've been marching for 100 years, and it's always 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And while the soldiers are marching, people like Hulrun are seizing power behind their backs. His fanaticism and cruelty were forced in the same furnace as the Crusaders' righteousness. We will never defeat the demons if we keep trying to march down this same path. We need to change tack, to challenge our principles, trust our hearts and our friends, and not mouldering doctrines. We need to listen to an entity that is willing to help us. My friends and I listened, and we trusted, and we tried to change something. At least we tried, even though it didn't work out. Great idea. Marching in straight lines won't work, so let's go attack the demons in a merry band of hopers and dreamers, brimming with enthusiasm and doing just whatever we feel like. When the demons see us coming, they'll die of hysterics and our victory will be complete. Naive children, that's what you are. But I admit, your words stir something in my soul. I wouldn't put you in charge of a military campaign, but I'd be proud to fight alongside you. Are you able to get to safety on your own? It looks like the Inquisitors are busting down the door just yet, and they're not hiding under the bed, so I think I'm safe for now. I'll be fine on my own. I'll go to our temple, to Ilkes. The Inquisitors must have searched there by now. They won't go back a second time. Fine, do that. I have other business to attend to. Good luck. May Desna be with you, stranger. Okay, so we need to find the third member of the party, and I guess we need to talk to Daeran. These are just drunk nobles. Yeah, okay, so Daeran, your turn.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Daeran myriad mellifluous monikers Arendae. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
Wow, bona fide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly. I shall either sell it, or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place. Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Knabbris lies in ruins. Discari killed Terendelev. The Wardstone has been captured, and you're asking me why demons great-crashed your party?
Knabbris in ruins. Discari. Well, 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 and I was already lamenting the lack of excitement at my little banquet. Although it must have been tolerable enough if we didn't get notice of a great hulking demon attacking a dragon just outside the window. It seems as though Discari's occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine, if you will pardon the pun.
You don't seem very concerned about what's happened.
I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the Wardstones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon, as if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
The Arendaes are one of the most ancient and noble families in Mendiv. They are related by blood to Queen Galfrey herself. The Count is the last remaining member of his dynasty. The rest all perished around 10 years ago. In the tragedy at the family seat, Heaven's Edge, the demons got past the defenses and massacred everyone inside.
I thank you for providing your friend with that helpful summary, my lady. I believe I've seen you before, with that hilarious buffoon Horgus Gwyrm. I sincerely hope you are not engaged in any kind of sordid arrangement with him. The thought of something so splendid in proximity to something so grotesque makes me feel quite ill. You deserve a better fate than that, no doubt.
Your civility knows no bounds, Count. I most assuredly do not have any arrangement with Master Gwyrm.
I think you could do something for us in return for us saving you.
Of course, where are my manners? There. You can also poke about the house and claim whatever takes your fancy. Though I imagine some of you already had that in mind.
You should get to the Defender's Heart. It's under the protection of Irabeth Terabade and the Eagle Watch.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling Count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal. Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes? As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you. Only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
I don't know whether we need anyone else in the party. What does everyone else think?
I don't like this guy much at all. Not even because of his personality, but just... I sense something dark about him.
I guess thumping him one next time he comes out with more aristocratic witterings is not allowed? All the more reason to take him with us. If we don't kill him, the demons surely will.
He has all these friends at his party, and he still looks so lonely. We can take him with us. Maybe it will make him feel better?
The Count's presence can only benefit us. I think we should say yes.
What? You're asking about whether to take this boy with you? The question lies outside the bounds of my interest. By the way, did you know that the young scions of noble families often sponsor the research of young scientists? What laudable passion for knowledge. True, the size of their donations bears a direct correlation to the hazardousness of the experiment being conducted.
Okay. Maybe you can bring something to the party. I'll think about it.
Capital. Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the right moment often leave the most pleasant memories. Wouldn't you say?
Okay. I think I might look into whether we take this guy or Nenio. But we'll leave him be for now. We should be able to pick him up at the Defender's Heart. In the meantime, Ember gets a level up. Okay, Stigmatized Witch. She gains Hex. Nice. And point into Charisma. Arcana. Persuasion, good. Magic device. I think Ember is a very strong character. And she gains healing. Cure moderate wounds. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's go back. Let's check the spells. Yeah, cure light wounds. Okay. Yep. So that's fine. Happy with that.
Trust in
If we check out your spellbook, 4 uses per day. Now have 7 uses here. Good. But the best thing is still obviously slumber. Right, so I think we can just get to looting then. We've got the corpses. Ooh, Bardish. Well, we'll take it, but probably just going to sell it. What's this? The intricate patterns on the harp depict the stars, the moon and butterflies. And I missed the last bit. The hallmarks of the goddess Desna. Okay. More corpses down here. Thank you, Roach. What's this? A blood vial, a reagent. Take that. And a Masterworks scimitar. Pick that up. These are just ordinary daggers. Ah, it's the drunk nobles. I think they got into the fight. So that with their weapons. What's this here? Portrait of Galfrey Mendev, ruler of the kingdom and founder of all crusades into the world wound. Anything else? What's this? Bits of that courtesan, probably. Okay. Yep, let's push on through here.
Godspeed.
Okay. Somebody was hurt. Yeah, Landfielder's mobility check. Let's come down here. Anyway, that's an area exit. I don't really want to exit just now. No, I've already explored all over here. So we'll just exit after all. Yes. And we can leave all that behind. Okay, so we've dealt with the Arendae party house. Do I go back to the market square? I think we have to go back. We'll go back to the market square and see if we can find Wallflower. Kill Ramian. Where's our journal? Starward Gaze. Yep, so that's us to go back. Try and find this Wallflower. But where is this Kill Damien coming from? Yeah, so Hulrun, we're not going to do that. So we'll see what happens when we fail to kill Ramian. But let's get back to the market square. We have a random encounter. Okay, what is that? It's a giant spider. Camellia. Yeah, just attack it.
I'll cut you wide open.
I was expecting better than that. Lan, you try and get out of melee range and shoot it. There's another somewhere. There it's right there. So Nenio, let's see, what can you cast? Plenty. Oh, Ray of Frost. Let's try that. Okay. And it doesn't have any effect. Not impeded or anything. Okay. Ember. Step away from it. And then... yeah, why not? Cast Slumber. Failed. Doesn't happen often. Yeah, well, Seala dealt with it. So, Again, nothing to pick up from it. Is there anything around worth picking up? Let's explore. No, nothing over there. Yeah, okay. Just move on. In Pathfinder Kingmaker, quite often you had to explore every corner of a random encounter in case you missed out on some loot. Let's keep going. More enemies. And again, with the weird beasties. Camellia. Fiendish giant fly. Attack. And managed to hit. See that? Yeah. Okay, with this one. Nice. Roach. Trample this one. Oh, well, we missed with the trample, but you did manage to bite it. Land can finish it. There we go. And again, nothing to be had, so I think we'll just leave this area. Yeah. And hopefully this time we get to the market square. Geralt is slightly wounded. If we're going to have a major encounter, it might be better to heal him early on. Okay, we seem to have no particular idea where Wallflower is going to be, so we'll just head off, see what we encounter. Canabra's Crusader, what we got to see? Not very much. Pardon me, I saw you with that shawl. Does this mean that you're a friend of Aranka's? What am I saying? Of course it does. So? Ah, okay, found him already. What's going on? Adept Thal of the Temple of Desna, you are under arrest and suspicion of treason and aiding the demons. You have 1 minute to come quietly. Drag your feet, and we'll count that as an attempt to resist justice. And here's the traitor who almost corrupted the Wardstone with his magic. You didn't think the disorder and demonic presence in the city would distract us from pursuing traitors, did you? He's left his hole in the ground. Demons are running amok all over Canabras. Now is not the time for settling scores. On the contrary, now is the perfect time to catch the demons' accomplices while they're overconfident and letting their masks slip. Okay. You're going to torture this poor boy for nothing. I won't stand for that. You bear the gift of heaven and you're taking the side of a delinquent and conspirator? Heaven knows not only righteous anger, but mercy as well. Did we get away with it? I do not know why you are standing in the way of justice, but I do not wish to start a spat between the goddess's righteous warriors in this hour of peril. Let this Desnan riffraff go wherever he likes, just as long as it's out of my sight. When we liberate the city from the demons, I will see to it that every one of Ramian's runts and everyone like him will be driven out of Canabras. Come, faithful, we have no further business here. This is just blatantly unfair. We tried to protect the city from demons, and instead of helping us, we get hunted by the Inquisitors. Prelate Hulrun will be the death of us all, and there's nothing we can do about it. Anyway, thank you. I'd have been done for without you. The Inquisition has gone too far. I couldn't let him take it out on you. That's it. I don't believe I'll get a fair hearing from Hulrun. If it wasn't for you, I would have been tortured and put to death. But even so, I have my regrets. I think we went too far trying to break into the Wardstone, and we didn't even save anyone. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go to the Temple of Desna. I want to be alone with the goddess and reflect on all that has happened. Right, so we need to now head for Ilkes in the Temple of Desna. I wish I had made a note of where the Temple of Desna was. Is it here? There's the house. We can go inside the temple, I'm pretty sure. These are all... Ah no, there it's to the Temple of Desna. Head over there, if you would be so kind. Okay, was that Hulrun back in his ditch? I think it might have been. And we have arrived. Okay, so I think I'll put a break in here and we will pick this up again next time out. So for now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment, rate the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and I hope to see you again next time. Cheers!